Back in the old days, short films were pretty common. You'd go to a movie theater and you wouldn't be watching trailers for the next Michael Bay explosion fest or hypocritical advertisements for the Lorax approving gas-guzzling automobiles. Back then, before your movie started, they showed shorts. Cartoons featuring Bugs Bunny, the Pink Panther, or Goofy. Serials featuring the Little Rascals, Charlie Chaplin, or Laurel and Hardy. Today, short films mostly have moved out of the theater and instead thrive on television and the internet. But one company in particular loves screening a short film with every feature film they release, and that company is Pixar. The Pixar shorts have always been a treat, a gift from the talented folks at the company, and in some cases the short can actually even be better than the actual movie it was attached to. Today, I'm going to count down my top 10 favorite Pixar shorts, because some beautiful stories don't need an hour and a half to tell. Now, I'm not going to include any of the shorts that feature characters from the movies like Jack Jack Attack or Mike's New Car. These shorts have to have been played in theaters in order to qualify. With that being said, let's begin. Number 10. Lava. Oh dear God. Okay, first off, let's just get this out of the way. You're probably gonna hear me say the word cute a lot during this list, because Pixar is the king of telling stories that are just so dang cute. Case in point, Lava. It's a love story about two volcanoes trying to find each other, told through song. The punchline being, well, just listen to it.
We thank the earth, steer the sky, we thank to I love you.
Dang it, why is this so cute? Every time I watch this short film, I can feel my nuts fall off as I go, aww. There are so many other short films I could have put on this list, but something about Lava just really strikes an emotional chord with me, and I still haven't really fully figured out what it is. I think it's just the kind of atmosphere it puts me in. It almost feels like one of those soothing campfire songs your grandparents would sing to you before you go to bed. It's just, so dang adorable. Not much else to say about this one other than it's a cute little short film, and I just lava it. That's the only pun in this video, I swear. Number 9. Luxo Jr. Ever wonder where that lamp from the Pixar opening comes from? Well, it was from this short film that was released in 1986 and again with Toy Story 2 in 1999. The film was made by John Lasseter, one of the head honchos down at Pixar, and now the man in charge of Disney's entire animation department. It's a simple story about a mama lamp playing catch with her little baby lamp. But sometimes simple stories are the best, and the film does have a clear beginning, middle, and end, all within the span of 2 minutes. When learning animation, one of the things they teach you is that animation has the power to give life and character to inanimate objects. The personality in these lamps shines through. Oh wait, that's a pun. Dang it, sorry, last one, I swear. It's amazing how much personality you can get out of just moving a simple object a certain way, and this film is a perfect example of that. Luxo Jr. was one of Pixar's first animated short films, and in my opinion, is still one of their best. Number 8. Nicknack. Released originally in 1989 and again in 2003 with Finding Nemo, this short film follows a snowman trying to escape the confines of his snow globe, in comically escalating ways. Why does he want to get out of his snowy prison so bad? 'Cause he's a horny little sucker trying to get laid. Yeah, isn't it amazing what you can get away with in kids' films when you're subtle enough? Little more subtlety, guys. There you go. This short was again written and directed by John Lasseter, with some musical accompaniment by Bobby McFerrin. This short is mostly just about the comedy, but this is some dang good comedy. Physical comedy is kind of a dying art, and sadly cartoons who relied on that kind of stuff, like Tom and Jerry and the Looney Tunes, are suffering because of it. But this short found a clever little way to be physically comical, but also not violent. It's a dang good short film with some great physical comedy and a simple story, and that's why it easily takes the number 8 spot on this list. Number 7. Lifted. This film was shown before Ratatouille, and once again has some fantastic physical comedy. The story is about an alien trying to pass his human abduction test, but keeps finding new ways to screw it up. First off, the idea that aliens have to take a test in order to abduct humans is hilarious. They play it kind of like a teenager trying to get his driver's license, and the comedy from the stress this alien has makes him easily relatable and fun to watch. Second, as I said, the physical comedy in this is on point. The minute you think the film is about to get serious and the alien is finally about to abduct the farmer is the minute he screws it up. Again, and again, and again. The joke is obviously that the farmer does not wake up, even when he's being tossed around the room, and it's a joke that ends on a perfect note. I wouldn't dare spoil it. It's just a great little comedic short with some physical comedy that is just out of this world. Number 6. Presto. Am I starting to sound like a broken record? Pixar really seems to have a thing for physical comedy, although out of all the shorts, this one is easily the best. The animation, the timing, the impacts, it's all tightly woven and runs at such a perfect pace. Every punchline in this short hits like a bullseye. I also love shorts that could take a simple gag and find a million ways to tell it. In this case, it's the gag that a magician has 2 hats. Whatever goes in one hat will come out of the other. But they take every opportunity to tell this gag as many times as they can, and do as much with it as they can. It really reminds me of the classic cartoons of old, right down to the classic title card at the beginning. Out of all the shorts where comedy is the main goal, this one is easily the best. Number 5. For the Birds. Released in 2001, For the Birds follows the pretty simple premise. There's these little assholes on a wire. They spend most of their time arguing with each other and just basically being little shits. Then a big dopey bird shows up and tries making friends. The little birds make fun of him, abuse him, but quickly the tables turn and the birds get a quick dose of karma. It's a cute little film that actually could work really well teaching kids about things like bullying. Sometimes with short films, you don't need a bunch of gags. A single punchline is all you need. In this case, the punchline of those little jerks getting their comeuppance. I also may have a little bit of a soft spot for dopey, awkward-looking characters teaching bullies a lesson, even if it is unintentionally. Not because I was one of those dopey, awkward-looking characters or anything. This is awkward. On to the next one. Number 4. The Blue Umbrella. Remember before when I said that animation has the power to bring inanimate objects to life? This is the perfect example of that. We've seen this story done before. A man and a woman bump into each other, they fall in love, are separated, and eventually reunite. But this film takes the interesting approach of having our 2 lead characters be a blue and red umbrella. I love the design in this short film. A lot of inanimate objects are given life, and it's beautiful. Every design has a face hidden somewhere in it, but still looks like something that could exist in the real world. Also, this is some of the most realistic looking animation I've ever seen from Pixar, and I love when animated companies dabble a little bit more in realism instead of focusing on cartoony figures all the time. It's nice to have a variety. This is just a gorgeous film with some beautiful imagery. Check it out and see for yourself. Number 3. Day and Night. Combining both 2D and 3D animation, Day and Night is the story of 2 characters, both the personification of day and night. They begin to explore each other and discover the magic within themselves. I love the idea and concept behind this film. Each character can inhabit the same space but during different times. A lot of fun comes out with that premise, and it's kind of cool seeing our 2 characters experience their world differently. A lot of the story is told through what is happening inside our main characters. Sounds of one character getting punched is the sound of a tree getting chopped down. It's a very clever way to tell the story using the events happening inside the characters. I also love the ending. Day becomes night, night becomes day, and now both characters can experience the best of both sides together as friends. It's a wonderful premise, with a wonderful story that celebrates the joys and beauty of nature itself. Number 2. Jerry's Game. This was the first Pixar short film I saw as a kid, and it's still one of my favorites. An old man is alone in a park and decides to play a game of chess against himself. It's such a fascinating event to watch unfold. The old man actually changes personalities when he switches sides, and as it goes along, the short film actually begins to blur the lines between the two, making it look like it's actually two different guys playing chess against each other. The film even intentionally psychs the audience out with a single shot. This one, right here. There is no way this shot could exist with the information we've been given. We know it's the same guy. But just as the short blurs the lines, so too does the game itself for the main character. Jerry is so invested in this game that he's forgotten that he's playing with himself. It's such a bizarre, quirky, but also insanely enjoyable short film that shows us the only limit to having fun is our own insane imagination. Before we get to the number 1 spot, here are some honorable mentions. And the number 1 Pixar animated short film is Piper. I love this short film. Not only is it a cute story, but it is downright beautiful to watch. The environments, the birds, the sand, the water effects, everything looks gorgeous. This short was released with Finding Dory, and don't get me wrong, I loved Finding Dory, but honestly, this short film looks a billion times more beautiful. When it first popped up, I actually thought what I was seeing was live action for a split second. But this film doesn't just look good, it's also a good story. A story of a little sandpiper bird conquering his fears and becoming stronger for it. The sandpiper originally views the water as this scary monster, but eventually he sees another side of the water with the help of a little hermit crab. When I think of everything a short film should do, I think of this film as the perfect example. It tells a small but simple story with engaging and interesting characters and teaches a valuable lesson without getting too preachy about it. It's just a perfect short film, and that is why it easily takes the number 1 spot on this list. That was my top 10 Pixar short films. Hope you guys liked it, and if you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to see more videos released every week, and also comment below and tell me what your favorite Pixar short film is. Until next time, thank you guys for watching.